I never expected my first interstellar diplomatic mission to involve a screaming baby, a throne room full of aliens, and a marriage proposal that echoed across a planet. Yet there I was. My name is Daniel Reyes, Terran Systems Liaison, 3rd class. On paper, that meant translator, cultural mediator, and human perspective consultant. In reality, it meant being the closest warm-blooded mammal when things went wrong. And on the day I met Queen Zalara of the Varelian matriarchy, everything went very, very wrong. The planet Varelia was breathtaking from orbit. Emerald continents, silver oceans, and cities that spiraled upward like living sculptures. The Varelians themselves were tall, elegant, and bioluminescent, their skin shifting color with mood and intent. They were one of the oldest civilizations in the galaxy, fiercely traditional and deeply emotional. They were also in crisis. The moment I stepped into the grand resonance chamber, I felt it. The air vibrated, not with energy weapons or political tension, but with raw distress. A high-pitched, piercing cry echoed through the chamber, resonating painfully in my ears. The Varelians flinched. Some covered their auditory fronds. Others turned away, their skin flickering with anxious hues. At the center of the chamber sat Queen Zalara herself, radiant and regal even in exhaustion. In her arms was a small, writhing bundle emitting the sound that threatened to shatter crystal columns. Her baby. The royal infant's cries weren't just noise. Varelian infants emitted emotional resonance fields, psionic feedback that amplified distress throughout those sensitive to it. To them, a crying royal child wasn't just unpleasant. It was unbearable. The High Council stood helplessly around her. "He will not come," one elder said, his glow dim with worry. "We have tried all rituals. All harmonics," another added. "All soothing frequencies." The baby screamed louder. I glanced at my translator display. Infant distress level, critical. Environmental psychic overload imminent. That didn't sound good. Queen Zalara looked up and locked eyes with me. Human eyes. Her gaze burned with desperation. "You," she said, pointing. "Come forward." Every Varelian in the chamber gasped. Humans were considered emotionally chaotic. Our minds were loud, unpredictable, barely psionically shielded. I stepped forward anyway, boots echoing on living crystal. "Yes, Your Majesty?" I asked, trying not to wince as another cry hit my skull like a hammer. She stood, cradling the infant. Up close, I could see exhaustion etched into her glowing features. "My child has cried for 6 cycles," she said. "Our healers cannot soothe him. Our scientists cannot explain it." The baby wailed again, and the chamber lights flickered. Queen Zalara took a breath, steadying herself, and said words that would follow me for the rest of my life. "Stop my baby from crying," she said, voice echoing, "and I will marry you." The chamber exploded into chaos. Counselors cried out in shock. Guards stiffened. Advisors shouted legal warnings. I stood there, stunned, my brain completely short-circuiting. Your Majesty, what?" She raised a hand. Silence fell instantly. "This is not a jest," she said. "In Varelian law, a ruler may offer union to any being who restores harmony to the royal line in a moment of existential crisis." She looked down at her screaming child, then back at me. "My people suffer. My son suffers. You are different." I swallowed. With respect, I've never even held an alien baby. Her glow flickered uncertainly. "Have you held your own young?" "Yes," I said slowly. "Human babies cry too." The chamber leaned in. Then try, the queen said simply. And before I could rethink my entire life, she handed me her child. The instant the baby was in my arms, the screaming intensified. My head rang. My instincts screamed bad idea. Every alien in the room recoiled as if expecting disaster. I looked down at the infant. He was beautiful, small, warm, glowing softly beneath the distress. His eyes, too big for his face, locked onto mine. I did what humans do best when faced with something terrifying and fragile. I improvised. Hey there, I murmured softly. Yeah, I know. Everything's loud and confusing. The baby cried harder. Okay. New plan. I shifted him against my chest, supporting his head the way my sister taught me back on Earth. I began to gently rock side to side, not in rhythm with Varelian harmonics, but with my own heartbeat. Slow. Steady. Human. Shush, I whispered. You're safe. I've got you. Something changed. The psychic pressure eased, just a little. The baby's cries faltered. The chamber went dead silent. I kept going, humming under my breath. An old lullaby my mother used to sing, off-key and barely remembered. No resonance tech. No psionics. Just vibration. Breath. Warmth. The baby hiccuped. Then, quiet. Complete, impossible quiet. The infant's glow softened into gentle pulses. His eyes fluttered closed, tiny claws relaxing against my uniform. He was asleep. For a long moment, no one moved. Then the High Council erupted, not in panic, but awe. Harmony, someone whispered. Queen Zalara stepped closer, eyes wide, her glow shifting through colors I didn't have words for. You silenced the cry, she said softly. I exhaled a breath I didn't realize I'd been holding. Guess he just needed something familiar. She reached out, touching her child's forehead with reverence. Our scientists said human minds were too chaotic, she said. But perhaps chaos is what he needed. She looked at me again. Her expression changed. Human Daniel Reyes, she declared, voice carrying power. By ancient right and witnessed law, my offer stands. My knees nearly gave out. Your Majesty, I said carefully, I don't think you realize what you're asking. I do, she replied. You restored balance not with technology or power, but empathy. My people have forgotten that. The council murmured agreement. I handed the sleeping baby back, heart pounding. I didn't do it to earn anything. Her glow warmed. That, she said, is why you are worthy. The days that followed were surreal. The event spread across the planet and the galaxy. Footage of a human calming a royal Varelian infant became the most viewed transmission in Concord history. Scientists studied the phenomenon. They discovered that human neural patterns, while chaotic, produced grounding feedback that stabilized infant resonance fields. In simpler terms, human presence felt like home. Queen Zalara met with me privately. I will not force this, she said. The offer was born of desperation, but the choice must be mutual. I looked at her, not just a queen, but a tired mother trying to protect her child and her people. I'll stay, I said. Learn. Help however I can. Her glow brightened. And the marriage? I smiled nervously. Let's start with babysitting. She laughed, a sound like chiming light. Years later, Varelia would become the heart of a new interspecies alliance. Human caregivers were welcomed across the stars, not as soldiers, but as stabilizers, teachers, and family. As for me, I never planned to marry an alien queen. But sometimes, all it takes to change the galaxy is holding a crying baby and refusing to let go.